What is up, YouTube? That's here, bringing you guys another episode of Amateur Hour. We are going up today against Bruno, who has what looks to be a VDC 2016 team. You know, he has the Ray Ogre, he has a Charizard, which is weird, and it's also not max level, but he also has an Entei, so I guess like an Entei's a decent Xerneas counter with like Roar and that fire typing. He has a standard Ray Ogre and then like a weird Charizard, so it looks like this guy is a person who's trying to get into the VDC 2016 metagame, and I'm going to be going up against him with my VDC 2013 team, Crest, Jellicent, Dragonite, and Scrafty. We're just going to start this one off, get right into it, and hopefully show off like the actual strength of VDC 2013, because this guy actually has like the correct Pokemon for the first half of the game. You see the Entei Kyogre looks like he was trying to like stop a potential Xerneas, even though there's no Xerneas in my team, but I'm going to lead off with my Tide and True Cresselia Jellicent. This thing has the potential for like a ton of plays. I can go for Trick Room, I can go for just big water spouts. You know, I normally had the Water Gem on my Jellicent back in 2013, so it's a bit weaker now that I have to hold a different item, but it's still just a great team. And we see the Kyogre activate the Primordial Sea, and what's really cool about this matchup is Kyogre versus Jellicent. I'm actually going to be using a Water Absorb Jellicent, so he actually can't really do that much damage to me. So we see the Rayquaza come in, it's going to have the Airlock activate, which I kind of dislike a little bit because it's going to make my Water Spout a bit weaker, but he goes for a crit Ice Beam on my Cresselia, ton of damage right there as I fire back a Water Spout of my own. I was trying to KO that Entei on the very first turn, and I know that that Kyogre, unless it's packing Thunder, has almost no offensive pressure against my Jellicent. My Cresselia goes for a Trick Room as I actually start turn 2 off with a Quick Claw. I just threw a random Quick Claw on this thing just because I thought it would be hilarious. And I didn't really need it since my Jellicent is the slowest thing on the board, but it lets me pop a huge Energy Ball off as well as a Light Screen with my Crest. No more big Ice Beam damages onto me, and we see a Dragon Claw come out from the Rayquaza. Does a decent amount of damage, about 45%, and remember, Kyogre's just using those Water Spouts, those Water attacks. It's going to restore my Jellicent's HP thanks to its Water Absorb. That's Origin Pulse. I thought I used Water Spout, my bad. So it's going to activate my Cresselia's Citrus Berry. That was the item I used back in the day as well. Cresselia goes back into the green, and I definitely have Stabilize. I'm going for a second Energy Ball here, and it's funny that I actually have Energy Ball on this guy, because that's just what I used back in the day because other Jellicents were such a problem, and I also think I had Shadow Ball too, but I mean, that just shows like how different the metagame was back in the day. You could just put Energy Ball on your Pokemon and it wouldn't be absolutely terrible, you know? So we saw that his Rayquaza went for an Outrage, his Kyogre's going for Ice Beams, and at this point I have dual screens up, guys. There's no way I'm getting broken here. I decided to switch out my Cresselia and come in for a Dragonite because remember, that Rayquaza is locked into Outrage, and I would love for him to, you know, clock my Dragonite, break its multi-scale, and activate my weakness policy, especially because my Trick Room is right about to expire. So he goes for the Outrage. Survey says, who are we hitting here? And unfortunately I get unlucky, and it hits my Jellicent, but I have a Reflect up so I can eat these all day. And here's where he sends out his level 43 Charizard, and I get my Quick Claw to activate again, even though I don't really need it, and we see Charizard X, which is actually something you don't see every day. Charizard X being one of the coolest Pokemon in the game. Come on, no one's going to argue with me there. And I just go for a big Shadow Ball, the other stabbed move here. Gonna do a ton of damage up onto that guy. Reason why I went for Shadow Ball over, you know, a different attack, like I think I had, what is it? I had Water Spout, and I was obviously not full health, so I didn't want to go for that. So he goes for his last Outrage, it hits my Dragonite, and that is going to activate my weakness policy. Remember, I have a Reflect up as well, so it's like, there's no way that was really doing any damage. So Rayquaza is going to become confused, Dragonite's going to go for a Dragon Claw on that slot, and at +2 he's definitely going to be able to take that out. So, and I get a crit, oh my gosh. Just cheating with those hacks. So Rayquaza goes down, Dimensions return back to normal, just in time for him to send his Entei back out. So Entei comes back out, reapplies that pressure as my Jellicent's just going to go for Protect. I don't want to deal with any of these big damages, especially from my Earthquake, from my own Dragonite. So Jellicent's going to skillfully dodge that one, and Entei and Charizard are left hung out to dry, taking that super effective damage from my Dragonites, +2 Earthquake. They're going to go down, and I'm going to wrap this one up. So pretty cool game there, you know. I mean, other than the Charizard being a bit wonky, maybe his full team wasn't like fully leveled up yet or something like that, but we saw standard moves. You know, we saw the Kyogre have, you know, the Origin Pulse, the Ice Beam standard set there. Rayquaza's set was a bit weird, but I mean, it still worked. But other than that, great game from me. Got my dual screens up, used some water spouts, got to use some energy balls, which is something you don't get to see all that often. And man, this team is just so much fun to play with. I wish that they would bring back the 2013 type rules. And recently, they just announced the VDC 2017 rules, which they're taking away Mega Evolutions. That's so good. That hopefully can let us return to, this slow, methodical type of play. Hopefully now that Mega Evolutions are gone, we'll actually have time to set up dual screens without just getting like popped in the face for it. So let me know what you guys think about this battle. Let me know what you guys think about the new VDC 2017 rules if you want to talk about that in the comments below. And I will see you guys next time. Peace out.